Okay, so we're gonna do gluten-free bun. These are the ingredients. All right, to start off we need a whisk and we need a spatula or a scraper. That's our flour. This is butter and shortening, flaxseed egg, yeast and milk, sugar, and or liquid with some browning in there. So we're gonna whisk it. Gonna add my sugar. You can use granulated sugar, but I prefer brown sugar just to give a little extra coloring. Mix the flour and our sugar. So we have our liquid now. What I'm gonna do is add liquid to liquid. So I'm putting in some rose water, which is about a teaspoon of rose water. I'm gonna put some salt in that, in the flour and sugar mixture. Now I have my almond essence. That's about a teaspoon as well. I put a little bit of the cherry liquid in there for flavor, extra flavor. Now we're gonna add some bun spice. I use Virginia there. Fudgy, big up yourself. So I haven't found this in any other brand, but if they do have it, I mean, you're welcome to use that, but I use Virginia there. And so now we're gonna add our vanilla. I prefer dark vanilla just because it has more flavoring in there. That's about, and what we're gonna do now is add my flax egg. You can use one egg if you want, but I like my flax eggs. You can use flax meal with a little bit of water, or you can use the whole flax seeds with water, which like what I'm doing here. Powder and my yeast to the dry ingredients, and I'm just going to incorporate that by mixing it a little. So we're folding. We want to make sure we get all that mixed together. And I did add some other spices, but you know, that's my little secret. So I'm adding a little bit more browning just because I want just a little touch more color. But as I said, it's preference. You can make it darker, you can make it lighter. Some people like it really dark. Some people, you know, they don't have a preference. It's fine, as long as it tastes good, they'll eat it. So now I have my baking tin. This is actually a 9x3 baking tin, and I have some shortening here, not a lot of shortening. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grease the sides and the bottom of my loaf tin, and I want to make sure that I get the corners, get everywhere, like literally everywhere. And I'm gonna grease it very well with my gloves. And now I'm gonna put a little bit of flour in there. So for gluten-free, we have a blend of flours that we do. It is actually 4 different flours. Oh, there goes my banner. 4 different flours that we make to make a mix for baking. But that's expensive because that's almost $5,000 just buying the flour. So what you can do if you are a novice baker, you can get the Bob Red Mills 1-to-1 baking. So there we have it. It is properly floured. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add my batter. So I knocked off the excess flour on top of my mix, because waste not want not, right? So I'm going to add, so I'm not gonna add all of this mix because this is a little bit more than needed. So I'm going to add just enough. You can wait. For a 9-inch, you can put a little bit less than 2 pounds. For an 8-inch is 1.5 pounds. You know, for that, for a decent height. But as I said, if you're baking for yourself, you can go all out. You can put all of it if you want. Suppose you want a big bun, you want to slice them high and tie and everything. So yeah, you can do that. Now I'm adding my raisins. I was trying to do a salt baking, it didn't work out. So there you have it. So now we're gonna let this rest. I am going to cover it and let it rest for about 35 minutes on the oven, which is already preheated. So when it's rested, it will increase inside. And there we have it, baked bun. So oh my god, it looks so good. Some of the raisins fell out. You can, like, before you bake it, you can kind of squish them down in the batter